cannot surrender Jamaica, Madam Speaker. And we must develop a steel-like determination that we will end the violence, knowing that it takes all of us to end the violence.
Gender Minister Olivia Grange is right. We have to prioritize ending gender-based violence in our communities. If you or someone you know is being abused, speak out. Contact 876-553-0372 or 876-929-2997 for assistance. We are our sister's keeper, and we must do all we can to break the silence.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The Jamaica Information Service has updated its mobile app. It's easier to navigate, loads even faster than before, talking about top speed, operates seamlessly across platforms, and we're a creative bunch, so it's much easier on the eyes. Now you have quick and easy access to news stories, television and radio features, and a variety of photos right at your fingertips. And you'll get push notifications when new content is uploaded. Download the app on your Apple and Android devices now and get news you can use. Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica on the go.
What if they knew that you abused her? Her family?
Mr. Jones.
And your colleagues, how will they look at an abuser? When the law comes knocking, you'll have nowhere to run.
Mr. Brown, you're under arrest. Please get up, hands behind your head and interlock your fingers.
Turn your back on abusers. Report gender-based violence to the police. There's no excuse for abuse. Call the Bureau of Gender Affairs at 876-754-8577.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, December 7. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Gordontown Alternative Main Road being laid in East Rural St. Andrew will be completed within 3 weeks. The work on the Savage Pen Main Road is being undertaken at a cost of $60 million to replace the Gordontown roadway, which was damaged during heavy rains in November. Prime Minister Holness says it will cost approximately $200 million to fix the breakaway on the Gordontown Road, which leads to Papine and other sections of the corporate area. During a tour of the area on Saturday, he said the repair would include a retaining wall and said efforts would be made to speed up the procurement process.
It is the cheapest option that we have, and it is the quickest option that we have. There are problems with that, however. From a long-term perspective, we don't see the repair as a sustainable solution because the entire stretch is under threat from environmental and other conditions.
Mr. Holness says long-term solutions from the National Works Agency will be considered after the roadways are fixed. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the NWA, E.G. Hunter, says work on the surveys and designs that will inform the construction have begun.
That we have already done, we have collected soil samples, they have been taken to the lab, they have been analyzed, so we know exactly the nature of the material that we're dealing with. The designs have been completed, the costing has been completed, and so we are ready now to move to the construction phase.
As for the risk posed to communities, the Prime Minister says part of the long-term solution will involve crucial decisions and adherence to proper planning.
The long-term would have to be how we put in place a development plan to encourage persons who are living in the area to build with greater precaution, to choose better areas to build, and then probably ultimately to make the decision as to whether or not these are areas that people should live in.
Residents of Port Antonio will soon benefit from a retrofitted health center. It is the first of about 10 facilities that will be retrofitted under the Smart Healthcare Facilities in the Caribbean project being administered by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. The United Kingdom UK aid has pumped $1.3 million into the retrofitting works, which was officially launched last Thursday. Retrofitting works on the Port Antonio Health Center will take place over the next 8 months. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton says it will benefit about 30,000 patients per year.
It is a facility that will see rainwater harvesting, use of light as opposed to energy that you have to purchase, the need for airflow that doesn't require or is in keeping with proper infection prevention and control.
British High Commissioner to Jamaica, His Excellency Asif Ahmad, pointed out that the SMART concept is designed to make existing facilities not just better for patients and healthcare workers, but also more resilient, particularly against hurricanes and other weather conditions.
But I can assure you that retrofitting the way that it's being undertaken here is value for money. Because by investing in water retention, in renewable energy and everything else, the efficiencies actually translate into reduced operating costs. And the money that is saved can be used by the health centre for frontline patient care.
The Ministry of Education has extended the deadline for persons to submit applications under the Own Your Own Device incentive program. The new deadline to submit the electronic applications to oyod.educate.gov.jm is December 31, 2020. The ministry says it will process the applications that were submitted before or on December 4 to allow successful applicants the chance to redeem their vouchers within the coming weeks. At the same time, the application portal will remain open for others to continue applying. To ensure more persons qualify, the ministry has also increased the annual income requirement of parents or guardians from $300,000 to $500,000. Applicants who are having issues with their tax registration number, TRN, are being asked to get in touch with Tax Administration Jamaica. Persons are also reminded that they must have the Student Registration Number, SRN, in order to complete the application process. Under the initiative, parents or guardians of about 36,000 primary and secondary students can apply to receive an electronic voucher valued at $20,000 to purchase a tablet or laptop from an approved vendor. In the meantime, the National Education Trust, NET, has received a $494,000 check from the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, JSSE, to support its One Laptop or One Tablet per Child initiative. Education Minister Favour Williams accepted the donation last Thursday, thanking the JSSE and urging other entities to join the effort. The One Laptop or One Tablet per Child initiative aims to provide needy students with the tools to function in the online teaching and learning environment. Minister Williams says government wants to ensure that the use of technology is embedded in the teaching and learning experience. Group Business Development Manager at the JSSE, Andre Gooden, says the organization has committed to raising $100 million for the project through its Connect a Child JA platform. Persons interested in making monetary donations may do so through the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange at jsse.jamstockx.com and click Connect a Child JA. And finally, several principals across the island are now being equipped to better manage their schools through the Inclusive School Leadership Training Program. It's being administered by the Special Education Unit of the Ministry of Education, the National College for Educational Leadership, and the Jamaica Social Investment Fund. JSIF is providing financing through its Basic Needs Trust Fund. Stakeholders outlined the importance of the training during a recent JIS think tank.
They will be equipped to mainstream students, include students with disabilities in the general education program, ensuring that they receive all the support that is necessary to facilitate their optimal performance.
We know that special education, inclusive leadership is not necessarily something that a principal would learn in school. And so we recognize that we needed to design, develop, and implement a training program that would allow our principals to have the requisite skills and competencies needed to build inclusive schools.
The program, which is in its pilot phase, started in January and is scheduled to conclude December 31. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
My job is to ensure that every man, woman and child maintain good health at all times.
Our primary function is to ensure that government services are delivered effectively and efficiently.
We are building forward
together.
The Ministry of Gender Affairs has launched its 16 days of activism against gender-based violence between November 25 and December 10. You too can share in this important cause by using the hashtags #16days 16 ways and #CallItOut. You may also keep abreast of government's fight to eliminate violence against women and girls by liking the ministry's Twitter and Instagram pages. We now share with you the long-term effects of abuse on our society.
All that is an actual story, a story all too familiar. And well, that's a part of my story. Growing up, I've seen my father flip over the simplest of things. He would basically change from an angel to a devil in a flash. I remember this instance. My mom told me that she was coming home from work one evening because she worked very close to where he lived. She was coming home from work, and usually when you're leaving work, it's a lot of persons leaving at the same time, and she was talking to one of her co-workers and she smiled at him. He smiled back, and my father saw that, and when she went home, he was ready for her. He was like, "Oh, see, I smile at my pan the road, you smile at my pan the road." He beat her, he stripped her naked, and he chased her in front of the yard so all her co-workers could see. So all her co-workers could see her.
Domestic abuse or domestic violence is not just physical abuse. The physical abuse basically for us is the end product coming from somewhere else. So you have stalking, you have intimidation, you have threat, you have psychological abuse, the ones that I'll tell you, I play on your emotions as to what I can do.
It was known to everybody that this was the type of person she was dating, this was the type of man he was. Even the security at the gate, the manager, everyone. So it's not like her life was a secret. If she could not have any friends. He was the only person she could talk to, go anywhere with. If someone even talked to her and she not acknowledging them, she would get beaten for that. The least good thing, he would flip on her.
Usually, the person who are perpetrators of domestic violence are usually men, and usually they are persons who were controlling over their intimate partners. They tend to have a high level of jealousy, and they tend to be very possessive. And as such, you find that they will have a pattern of behavior where they will always check where the partner is by various means, whether by calling the person, ask the person where they are, also want to know who are they communicating with. So are they communicating persons on email, WhatsApp, or the social media platform? They also want to make sure that they know where they are at all times and that they're not interacting with other persons outside, so they tend to want to have them stay home, for example, and lose connection with their families and friends.
A lot of persons knew that my mom was being abused. Well, the type of man that my father was, everyone was afraid of him. My neighbor was afraid of him. His neighbor was afraid of him. It's like anyone who came into contact with him would get hurt because he's not a simple person. I'm not sure if it's because of his build. He's really fit, he's really tall, muscular, so he's not afraid.
As community members, we have a moral responsibility that within our homes and within our communities, once we are aware that there are instances of domestic abuse and domestic violence and we seek help, best place to go? To the police. Ask the police to intervene. Intervention can be that the police directs the victim to a counseling center, because we have partnership with churches, right? We have partnership with other organizations, Justices of the Peace, counselors.
Every time she escaped him, he would either stalk her, chase her, go to her either friend's house, wherever she went, friend's house, mother's house, cousin's house. No matter where she went, he would find her, go for her with a gun, knife, machete, whatever it may be, and she would always have to go back with him. No one, no matter how much they try to fight and help her, he would always get her back. And when she goes back with him, the beating got worse, the abuse got worse, the rape got worse, everything got worse.
Have an escape plan. Your escape plan cannot be where the perpetrator knows that you're going over to your mother's house because he's aware of where your mother lives. The escape plan cannot be, I'm going to go stay by my friend because he knows where your friends are. If it's a life-threatening abuse, that's where you go to the courts to seek a protection order or an occupation order or both.
I would say maybe around primary school. I'm not sure the exact age. I was told that there was a restraining order for between me and my father. He should not be about, I'm not sure how much feet from me. He's not allowed to be near me at all. At this time I was living with my grandmother because my mom got full custody now. They had went through court and everything and fought her way, so there was no more hiding from him. He knew where I was living now because she got custody and he had to basically step away.
The protection order will say you are not to be seen, you are to remove one party is to leave the household because of the volatility of the situation. The court may say, look here, one party must leave the household and reside elsewhere. And a lot of times it's the abuser, but the court will say, look, stay somewhere else until the matter is heard, or you're not to be seen in the workplace of the person.
The abuse that my mom endured, the physical abuse and the verbal abuse that I basically endured from my father, it has caused me to basically lock myself away from people. I'm always by myself, 90% of the time I would say. I'm always by myself. Throughout high school, I've had counseling. I was rebellious because I felt like no one loved me. I struggled in the relationship department, friendship. I have anger issues. I've learned to control it because of counseling. I had this teacher, she helped me throughout high school and university.
Counseling able to revisit what happened, able to process it in a more positive way, a more realistic way. So you don't put all the blame on yourself, but you realize that a lot of it wasn't your fault, and then help you now to, having dealt with it, to try to move on. Because a lot of persons, because they don't deal with it, they find it difficult to relate to other persons because of the fact that they're still kind of baggage of what happened to them before.
The Domestic Violence Intervention Centers, one of those facilities that were donated by the U.S. Embassy, and it's a partnership between the JCF and the U.S. Embassy, to create a facility where persons can come and speak about domestic violence and domestic abuse related issues within their home. And so it's a safe space for both victims and perpetrator. And it offers counseling to family members, to victims, also to perpetrators. We have two centers that are currently operational. One is at the Matilda's Corner Police Station. You can call the Matilda's Corner Police Station for that. The other one is at Air 5 headquarters. That's on the same compound as Constant Spring Police Station. The number is 702-5120 or 702-5121.
We also have available mental health and suicide helpline. And this helpline is a 24-hour service, which is toll-free. where a person can call. So it can be either persons calling on behalf of others that they have been exposed to domestic violence. So the helpline is toll free and 888 New Life, which is 888-639-5433. And the 24-hour service, 7 days per week.
If you know someone is being abused, say something, do something.
As we join the rest of the world in celebration of International Civil Aviation Day, we highlight the achievements of one of our airports, Norman Manley International Airport, your Kingston gateway to the world.
Welcome to the Norman Manley International Airport, your gateway to the Caribbean and the Americas. It's Jamaica's principal business and visiting friends and relatives access point, providing a wide range of services and amenities to meet the needs of the most discerning traveler. The Norman Manley International Airport provides a distinctly Jamaican experience and is a first-class facility characterized by efficiency. Through the departures experience, travelers have access to the fully automated Park and Fly extended parking facility, the Red Cap Porter service, which provides courteous luggage assistance from the curb to the ticketing counter. Spacious, inviting, and modern, the ticketing hall provides services from 13 airlines, and for convenience, the automated self-service Easy Check-in reduces wait time. Savor your last moments in Capital Kingston by relaxing with family and friends, or with a memorabilia from the photo station. From the ticketing hall, the Norman Manley International Airport provides 3 access points to the Upper Departures Lounge and Club Kingston, the award-winning VIP lounge. Choice, convenience, comfort. The Departures Lounge provides an all-inclusive package reflecting Destination Jamaica. Through the variety of savory and spicy meals, specialty duty-free shops, and the airport art displays, a positive passenger experience is created. Club Kingston provides a secluded relaxation space for both leisure and business. The lounge affords a cultural experience reflecting Jamaican hospitality and luxury. Similar services can be accessed through the Club Kingston VIP Arrivals Lounge. Local and international travelers have the opportunity to acquire, select high-quality goods at exceptional prices through expanded duty-free shopping to either grab that memorabilia that defines a milestone or a gift for that special someone. Nine jet bridges welcome the world to Kingston Central. Arriving passengers first embrace the warm tropical climate as they walk through the 2-level passenger pier, which separates arriving and departing passengers in keeping with international security protocols. The passenger pier provides access to immigration and customs services available 24 hours daily. For convenience, a customer service post is on site and automated check-in options. To guarantee minimal delays in the customs procedure, 3 processing options are provided. Nothing to declare, items to declare, and passengers for special consideration, including children, the disabled, and elderly. These areas are color-coded for ease of identification. Travelers can access support services through the hospitality desks located in the transportation hall. Ground transportation, car rental, tour operators, and hotel accommodations can be arranged through this multi-purpose facility. The arrivals forecourt provides an aesthetically pleasing environment with covered seating, a food court and bar. It is here that passengers are greeted with a true island experience. A very cool jelly coconut from the Jelly Man. Located on a picturesque peninsula and bordered by the 7th largest natural harbor in the world, the Norman Manley International Airport continues to provide modern air travel conveniences with 14 aircraft gates, which can accommodate the Boeing 747-400, 2 remote stands, and multi-level departures concourse. Based on its strategic location, Norman Manley International Airport is capitalizing on air freight services through its state-of-the-art cargo and logistics center. This allows the airport to contribute to Jamaica's increasing role in the global air cargo trade. Safety and security is priority for the Norman Manley International Airport. The advanced security system for passenger and luggage screening is part of the layered approach adopted to ensure passengers are safely transported to and from their destinations. Effective, safe, and reliable general aviation services are also key to enhancing the traveler's experience and expectations. From arrival to departure, a high level of management systems and processes ensure that the general aviation services provided are equivalent to worldwide standards. For over 70 years, with over 130 international flights per week, the Norman Manley International Airport remains committed to providing travelers with an exceptional Jamaican experience through its world-class transportation hub. One capital, 2 coasts, 1 connection. The Norman Manley International Airport is your Kingston gateway to the world.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. A message from the Ministry of Health.
And that's all the time we have left for you on this station, but only for today. We return tomorrow with more information you can use to make your life easier. Missed aspects of today's program, watch it all over again on our website or YouTube channel. Our social media pages and mobile app also has all you need to know about government services, so be sure to add us. On behalf of the entire team at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson, thanking you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.